Okay, so a follow-up, what was it, about a month ago, Mark?
Yeah, 3 or 4 weeks ago.
3 or 4 weeks ago. So if you want to look back, I have them all the in the playlist of the mini lessons. He introduced different conventions to play over one no trump, and this time he's going to go in responses to one no trump. Take it away, Mark. Thanks.
This is
Yes,
a
so as I
private
promised,
lesson we get free.
Wait. Please stop. I thought I muted you.
This is a free mini lesson on Zoom. That's the only thing I've done on Zoom.
All right, we need to be quiet, Bernie.
Oh, sorry.
as I promised at the very, in response to the very last lesson in my last month's talk, I'm going to talk today about how to keep going when the opponents have the audacity to interfere to your one no trump openers. Next slide, please. So I'm going to assume in a lot of these examples that your partner has opened one no trump, your right hand opponent has overcalled two hearts, and I show you various hands and give you how you would handle that interference. Rule number one, and these are going to be stated as a set of simple rules. First, when you bid at the two level, it's natural and not forcing. So with this hand, king, queen, fifth of spades, you just bid two spades, it's not forcing. Next slide. Conversely, if you bid a new suit at the three level, that is forcing, natural and not forcing. So here we show a 10 count hand with king, queen, six of clubs. Three clubs is natural and forcing. Next slide, please. Another type of bid you might make is a Q bid at the opponent's suit. With this hand, you bid three hearts. That's Stamen-like. You're showing game going values and four spades exactly. And you would just Q bid the opponent's suit.
Any suit they bid, right?
Yeah, you Q bid their suit, and it's just like Stamen. It's your partner bids three no trump if they have a stopper, or three of your suit if they have that. Otherwise, you have to scramble a little bit. Rule number four, what if you want to play at the three level? You have a long suit, but not game going values. Well, then you bid two no trump. And that's named, it's called Lebensal. It's named after a bridge player named Ken Lebensald. But the people who named the convention misremembered his last name and gave it a slightly different name. Little anecdote there. So it's a relay to three clubs, and then the next bid you make is natural and an intent to play. So with this hand, six long diamonds and a 5 count, you would bid two no trump. Your partner would bid the three clubs that's forced, and you bid three diamonds to play. Next. Fast. Yeah, if the so here we're getting into some things that are a little bit more optional parts of the system, but basically if the opponents double, it's really useful to play systems on. So you bid two clubs, that's Stamen, saying partner bid your major. You know, it's just useful to ignore the double and keep going with your normal conventional methods.
And that would be no matter what their double means?
Yes.
Okay.
And then the next slide, 5A, if they double and you want to play in a minor, rather than bidding two spades or two no trump or whatever your normal method is to play in three clubs, you redouble. And so you give up the kind of the penalty double when you play this method, penalty redouble rather, but it allows you to play in two of a minor if you're along the suit that you want to run out to is clubs or diamonds. So you redouble.
Is that some people call
no, this is just saying partner, please bid two clubs.
Okay.
And then you're going to either pass or bid two diamonds, and allows you to play at the two level rather than the three level.
Okay.
Keep going. Keep her moving.
I guess.
If the opponent has the audacity to bid a suit and you think they're not going to make it, you double them for penalty. Simple and effective. It says it'll keep them from bidding next time. But an alternative to that, and this is what my partners and I primarily play, is a double is for takeout. So you can only play one of these two variations. You just have to agree with your partner whether doubles of overcalls are negative or are they penalty.
Which, do you know which one would be alertable?
Yeah, I think
this one would be.
Yeah, you could probably scroll back a couple of slides because it showed that bidding box. One more,
Yeah.
right there. So it says,
yeah,
so system out. Yeah, that's the wrong part of.
Yeah,
I'd have to look at an actual convention card.
Yeah.
I think negative doubles are probably alertable, but I would just write negative as I make the bid.
Yep.
At least on BBO.
And that's what you play, Mark?
I play negative doubles of both 2-level and 3-level bids. Yeah.
That's what my wife likes too. So, you know, you're in good company.
Now here's another treatment when the opponent's overcall with 2 clubs. Remember, some of you play Capoletti or have played Capoletti, you've encountered it. I like just ignoring the Capoletti bid and saying systems are on with a double of 2 clubs, basically being Stamen. 2 diamonds is a transfer to hearts. So you would kind of ignore the 2-club overcall, and that's why Capoletti is not as popular as it used to be in expert circles, because people figured out that if you just play systems on over it, you render it ineffective. And meanwhile, the opponents who bid 2 clubs haven't figured out what their suit is. So this is just a fun slide. Just like there are many systems for overcalling, there are many other methods of dealing with interference, including multiple extensions of Lebensall. My partners and I play, for example, transfer Lebensall, but I'm not going to get into that.
Thank you.
Those are beyond the scope of today's lesson. But the key is, don't forget to have fun.
All right, I'm going to have you dive into, because there was, I think it was last month's Bridge Bulletin, did talk about, I think that they thought the worst bid of all time was the stolen bid double. And you obviously are in that camp because you didn't put that in your slide. Basically, you don't play stolen bid double, it sounds like. You want to talk about that a little bit, Mark?
I've seen it, and it works sometimes when you happen to have it. So suppose the opponent overcalls 2 diamonds and you actually were planning on transferring to hearts. Well, then you can double and say, hey, I meant to, you took away my transfer bid. But now what people haven't discussed who played stolen bid is, well, what does a 2-heart bid mean? What if you want to bid, look for a 4-card major? What if you have 5 spades? Is 2 spades forcing or not forcing? So it's convenient when it comes up, but all of the extensions, all of the other parts of it haven't been discussed. So it's useful only about a quarter of the time. Whereas this Lebensall, where it said 2, over a natural 2 diamonds, 2 hearts is natural, not forcing. 3 hearts is natural and forcing. 2 spades. Similarly, double, is that penalty or takeout? All you have to do is discuss, is that negative rather or penalty? You just have to discuss that one element really of what you're playing.
Yeah. So for example, we have a sequence of 1 no trump, 2 diamonds as don't to our right. How do you show 4 hearts and 5 hearts, right?
Yeah. So you would double for takeout. Double is negative.
Right.
And 2 hearts would be natural and to play. And 3 hearts would be natural and forcing.
Right. Okay. Everybody follow that? I mean, stolen bid doubles are popular, and they're, I would say, in a way, easier. I'm kind of mixed. I don't have a preference I'm not going to get an argument with a partner with it, I guess is what I play. I'll play what they want to play. But we need to be on the same page. It definitely needs to be discussed, whatever you do, right?
Mark, what if you have one, what if the person on your right bids one no trump and you have a one no trump hand? So do you double there?
I personally have had no success over the years of penalty doubles of one no trump. So I have agreed with all of my partners that doubles are artificial, and however you want to define it. Like if you're playing don't, well, it means you have a one suited overcall. If you're playing Woolsey like I play, well, it shows a 4-card major and a longer minor. I like playing doubles as of a no trump as artificial. Now, if they're playing 11 to 14 no trumps or 12 to 15 no trumps, I might have a different answer for you. There, it's useful to play penalty of weak no trumps. But even there, with my favorite partners, we play double as artificial.
Yeah, so some will play like there's 2 columns in the convention card for what you play against strong no trumps and weak no trumps. I mean, if you haven't really dived in, into this too much, I would suggest you playing the same against both, but there is definitely advantages and disadvantages to different systems. When they're playing a 12 to 14 no trump, let's say, that's a different bid than 15 to 17. So,
pairs who play weak no trumps have elaborate run out systems. They know how to get out in their best fit at the 2 level, and you're just not going to get rich by doubling them. So I found it useful to just have our own artificial methods that allow us to get to our best fit efficiently.
all right,
So
any
it
other
basically
questions?
falls within the stolen bid. I thought, Mark, you taught us that one no trump.
Yeah, I
and
did.
then we
Yeah, I have taught you that. It's the simplest. And it was in the book. But yeah,
Right.
like with my wife, I've always played basically except what Mark espouses here, and Rico and I, we kind of play the same system. So, but again, you need whatever partner you play with, you just need to talk about it, because this is going to happen. You're going to get interference, and you need to know how to deal with it. Okay, so
And furthermore, this is why you should interfere, because
yes.
the opponents maybe
Yep.
maybe haven't discussed all their methods.
Yep. Yeah, and that's why it's become so popular.
There's so many permutations.
Yeah. Yeah. What do we do if they do this? A lot of times it's a blank look.
My preference is anytime you have 9 cards and 2 suits, you want to get in there and have some fun.
Some people on this call, their preference whenever they have 13 cards, they want to get involved.
Rico who?
All righty, guys. Thanks. We'll see you over again. Thanks again, Mark. These are great.
Thank you.
Very good.
Mark.
Thank you.
See you next month.